Let's just have it right. We would not even have a chance of winning the Champions League, yeah, with our European heritage, with our European Cup runs under this manager, with our fully fit squad. So without Saka and Martinelli and Havertz as a front three coming back until April, is it? We might even struggle to get through PSV. And people laughed when I said that, by the way, judges, at the weekend. I said, I don't even fancy just get past PSV. Oh, joking. Oh, my God. I'm getting ready for Mbappe and Vinny Jr. They're coming to the Emirates, mate, against Real Madrid. Well, let's hope we beat PSV then, because otherwise PSV will be getting ready to warm up for Vinny Jr. and Mbappe at their ground, not ours. So that was the part of the press conference that I could not quite settle on, if I'm honest with you, because it's arrogant, it's stubborn, it's Mikel Arteta-ish, if I'm honest, and that's why people don't like what he's doing. And I'm with you, and I love somebody, if it's not yourself, because I don't think you can answer this, I would love somebody in the chat who loves this manager to tell me why he deserves protecting over a manager that was successful over a 22-year period. Because in the last 5 years of Arsene Wenger, I have seen a manager treated horrendously badly, right? Horrendously badly. Now, in some cases, I was probably a part of that at the time because I wanted him gone as well. But I was never abusive towards him, right? I just thought his time was done, Arsene Wenger. With this guy, you even questioning him, go support Tottenham. Don't come near me. Don't you dare talk about my manager like that. Now, I would love someone to explain what he's done over the guy who actually won trophies, invincibles, doubles, FA Cups, Premier League titles, over a guy who's done none of that, only been here for 5 years, but seems to have so much more protection than a manager that was here for 22 years, that is a legend, whether you still love him or hate him, that will be recognised as a legend, that does have a statue at the ground, that with 750 million will be playing actually attack-minded football, which we all want to apparently be seeing, is what I keep being told, and that would have won trophies by now, even if it was just domestic ones, like he was in the last few years of here at Arsenal. Why do people have this massive amount of protection for a manager who has done nothing to win us any trophies? Please, someone. Am I being harsh? Is that me being harsh there? Am I the deluded one who's thinking, I can't believe you don't want the Arteta for 5 years that's not won anything, and you want to get rid of that scummy bloke who was here for 22 years who won all them trophies? We don't want trophies at Arsenal. We want entertaining football and win the dog. Is that what these people are after? I'm sorry, I cannot get this, mate.
I don't get that. Listen. I'm not saying that Arteta should be sacked and all of that, but I do think that he's got to be up for debate. And the amount of backing he gets, and I can't believe it, Dan. I really can't. Like, you know, I mean, I'm one of these ones that just wants Arsenal. Well, I'm not really. I'm not a lover of Arteta. I'm not a hater of Arteta. Like, I just want him to be successful. That's all that I want. One thing I will say about what was said there. Yes, I give him credit with all the injuries that we've had and all the setbacks that we've had. To keep us in second place is an achievement, because when you look at other teams like Tottenham, Man United, Chelsea were up the top at one stage. No one's calling them bottle jobs. They're just falling apart, absolutely falling apart. So for that, I have to give him credit. I have to give him that. When he talks about the red cards, as you quite rightly said, Bournemouth was a horrendous performance. That red card covered up the sins there, like, yeah. The one against West Ham didn't make no difference whatsoever. Not one difference whatsoever. We was 1-0 down and gone, right? You know, so that was that. I do look at that and say that 4 points have cost us from sending offs, right? Because if you have a look at the sending off against Wolves, we won that game from 0-0. So we gained 2 points from that, if you want to look at that, right?
Yeah.
Brighton and City, I do think that we would have gone on and won those games. So that's 4 points on top of what we've got now. Put those 4 points on. Let's put those 4 points on now, like, you know, where we'd be. We would be on 57 points, still 6 points behind Liverpool, right? I don't hear him turning around and saying, do you know what? as well as I've done, I hold my hands up for the 5 or 6 times I played Thomas Partey at right back and we ain't won a game. He hasn't said that, has he? Like, you know what I mean? I haven't, I've made a mistake there by not doing that. The football that we're playing is not entertaining. It was so poor on Saturday that the crowd weren't even up for the game, Dan. Let's be honest, they weren't even up for the game. It was poor. Watching us play is poor. Now, there's lots of things that you can go on and say about and everything like that. If you said to these people, you got them into a room, right, and you said to them, right, do you think Chelsea manager should be sacked? They'll all go, yeah, he's been crap. Right, he's got to go. They then turn around and go, what about the Man United match? Oh, yeah, he's got to go. I bet you every single one of these people will be going, Ange has got to be sacked. What about Mikel? Oh, no. He's done this and he's done that. Like, no. Like, and I may be guilty of this. I may be a little bit guilty of this because how can I say it? You're watching it from the outside in, like, you know, so you haven't got the emotional feelings and attachments to it, like, you know. Do I think Ange should be let go at Tottenham? I think that he will do if he doesn't win the cup for them this season. I've got no hesitation to think that he'll go. But there is that little bit of doubt when it comes to me when it's Arsenal. You don't want to see players get drops. You don't want to see. I don't know if I really want my manager to be sacked and whatever, like, you know. And listen.
Let me put this. I don't normally do this, but Evs is asking you here because he doesn't know what side of the fence you're on. He's saying, Lee, you need to be clear what you're saying. Do you want to be sacked or do you want to back him? It really is one or the other. It's not hard. Stop the fence. What do you reckon?
I don't think it's as easy as that. It's black and white. I'm not at this moment in time saying.
In May, will it be, Lee? That's what my question is to you. In May, if we win nothing, what would you be different then? Or are you still the same now? Do you still hang on to the fact we could finish the season well?
This is how I see it, Dan. This is how I see it.
Go on. This is what, yeah.
I see it. I think you can give him another summer. Me personally, I don't think he's going to get us over the line. I think he can get us second, third in the league again next season. We can challenge for it. I don't think he is good enough as a manager to get us the Champions League or the league. Now, when people say that, I go, well, why is that? Because I've just seen over the last couple of seasons. But this season, I've seen it even more. So at the end of the day, now, does that deserve to be sacked? That's a different thing, right? You know what I mean? I think if you come 8th, 9th or whatever, you deserve to be sacked. But when you're challenging like Arsenal have and everything like that, I'm not saying that he deserves to be, he's sacked, he's a clown and all that. What I'm saying, though, is there comes a time when you've got to say, as harsh as it is, you're not good enough. And I don't think that's wrong thing to say, like, you know. And I won't have it that when people go, like, I think a couple of people are already saying that Arteta is a clown. He's not a clown because he's got us to second in the league, you know what I mean? Like, there's lots of other managers that have, started the season and not been in this position now. And they're not getting the match.
I don't think many fans can sit there and say that he hasn't taken us to where we wanted to be, which is challenging.
Yeah.
Our question now, like you've rightly said, Lee, is can he get us across the line? You and I both don't think he can. Right now, I'd love to be proven wrong. I'd love him to bloody win something this season. I don't think he can get us across the line. In May, you will think differently to me. I would sack him. If it was me, if we win nothing in May, I would sack him. Now, people might think that's harsh. That's fine. I don't care. That doesn't bother me if people think that's harsh. But I would go a different direction because I'm done waiting, if I'm honest with you. And if we bring a player, someone said to me the other day, who do you want? Who do you bring in? I hate that question, by the way. Look, you bring in another manager. I don't care. I'll give you 5 or 6 names. What happens if they don't do it? Well, you give him the 2 years, and if he can't get us across the line, you bring in somebody else. This is what happens. You don't stick with the same manager who's failing every season and go, well, I don't really want to sack him because we don't really think there's anyone else. Did Jurgen Klopp, when he left Liverpool, did Liverpool fans go, oh, my God, there's nobody else? And then Arne Slot walked in and went, going to win the league here, going to win the Carabao Cup, potentially going to win the Champions League. They win 3 trophies, which they're favourites to do, by the way. Yeah. If you look at the way they're playing in Europe right now, it's better than most teams, other than maybe Barcelona. So, look, there is other managers out there, and it will not matter if Arteta leaves, because guess what? He might leave when you and I are no longer here, Lee, right? It might leave one day in the next 10 months. There will be a football club called Arsenal Football Club that still exists and continues without him.
And I don't understand that theory when people say that, because Mikel, we could pick up the papers tomorrow or put on Sky Sports News and Arteta has decided to quit, or he's decided to, for personal reasons, has left for a job at Barcelona or something like that. That could happen. So when you say that, now this is why I don't get too attached to them, to managers and all that, like, you know. And listen, look, I think Lawrence just said something in the chat. If we lose on tomorrow, we've got. I don't think Arsenal have any right to win any game of football now to the end of the season. I wouldn't be surprised if they lose on Wednesday. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't win another game.
We'll lose tomorrow night, 100%.
Yeah, I don't think that we're. I don't think that we could win at any game. This is how I see it, by the way, the Champions League game, how it's going to go. Arsenal have to go to PSV next week and draw 0-0, right? It'll be the most boringest game ever. That's what I expect it to be like, you know.
You can't concede, yeah.
Right, and then we nick a 1-0 win at home, right? That's how you get through. And then you just, ladies and gentlemen, just enjoy watching Real Madrid. I don't think I've seen them Pappy live. I might have done. I can't even remember.
We haven't.
I don't think I have. So I should look forward to watching that and blah, 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 blah. Because when they do come to town, they'll have elite players up front. We'll have makeshift players up front. So there's no way we're going to beat them. So just enjoy that moment. And, you know, that's how it goes. So for me, it is all about beating PSV so that I can go to Real Madrid and watch Real Madrid. And I'll tell you this now, if it's not 8-goal difference, I'll be very, very surprised. 4-0 over there and probably 3-1 over here, 4-1 over here. I wouldn't be surprised, right? We're going to get. That's how it is. Now, someone said in the chat earlier on, you know, after the Wolves game, back to players. Yeah, I still. It's got nothing to do. I'll still go tomorrow and I cheer on the team and all that. Like, I will back the players and I back the club to the hill. But deep down in here, I know we ain't winning tomorrow. And even if we do win tomorrow, the reason we'll win tomorrow, if we do win, then, is because there's no pressure on that game, right? But we might go on a 5-6 unbeaten game now, win every single game. And Liverpool then might slip up 3 times. And then the pressure's on and we're foul again. And that is the problem we got, you know, until that gets addressed. And going back to the thing now, listen, I'll be amazed that at the start of the season, Mikel is still in charge, whatever happens. So I'm you know, you can say what you want and whatever. Let's see what he gets back with this wonderful, wonderful season. Everybody there's a lot of people out there, I've seen it on Twitter today, are backing Arteta and the ball to do this madness. And if that madness is Sesko, I've heard today, right, and Nico Williams up front, that's the madness you got. Do one.